Early one morning, Larry was busy arranging his mix string to take down his branch line. As he waited at the platform for his passengers to board and for his crew to perform a brake test, he heard a horn in the distance. It was Coletta. She had just came out of those repair shops and was looking very different. "Wow," Larry exclaimed. When they said get a new coat of paint, I guess they really meant a new coat of paint. "That wasn't their choice," smiled Coletta. "I always liked the color green, and they ran out of my normal red paint, so, well, here I am. I was told to drop this caboose off to you." "Hello," said the caboose. "My name is Evan." "I'm Larry, and those are my two passenger cars, Penny and Kennedy." "Mr. Egan's giving them to you," explained Coletta. "He'll go with you on your mixed trains and your weekend main line trains." "It's always nice to have someone join the crew," Larry smiled. "Welcome aboard, Evan." Soon Evan was marshaled into the mixed train, and Larry set off up his branch line. Evan enjoyed the journey as Larry showed off different parts of the line to him. "Oh, and this station is called High Bridge." "Why is it called High Bridge?" asked Evan. "Because the literal high bridge that's just ahead around the bend," explained Penny. "Oh, that's the reason," said Evan, feeling a little unnerved, but the others didn't notice. Evan looked ahead and saw the bridge approaching. It got closer and closer. Then suddenly, without warning, the brakes came on and Larry rolled to a stop. "What happened?" he cried. I'm sorry, it's me," said Evan sheepishly. I don't like heights." The conductor and brakeman tried to get Evan's brakes off, but it wouldn't work. They would only release when Larry agreed to reverse back to the station. They placed Evan in a siding. All three felt sorry for him. "No worries," said Penny. "We'll come get you on the way back. You'll just have to try again tomorrow," added Kennedy. "Yes," said Evan. "We'll try again tomorrow." Well, tomorrow came. And the same thing happened again. Evan screwed his brakes hard on when they got to the bridge. They tried the following day and the same result transpired. Then Larry, Penny, and Kennedy had an idea. Have Evan face the other way so he wouldn't see the bridge approaching. Evan agreed to try it. But the foolish freight cars made sure that failed. "Hey, the bridge is coming up!" The passengers on the branch line were complaining about the constant delays and the reversing and switching moves that had to be done at High Bridge. Larry, his crew, along with Penny and Kennedy, were also fed up too, but they didn't tell Evan because they didn't want him to feel bad. In the end, it was decided to leave Evan behind in the yard at Stillwater. Evan watched sadly as his friends puffed away. "I'm of no use to anyone," he sighed sadly. Just then, Allison puffed into the yard. "Hey, Evan," she said, "why aren't you on the branch with the others?" Evan then explained about the bridge. "I'm too much trouble, so they left me behind." Allison felt sorry for the poor caboose. "Would you like to come with me on my local freight runs on the main line?" she asked. "Any bridges?" "No," laughed Allison. "There's no high bridges on my route." Evan liked working with Allison and began to cheer up. He hadn't had a good long run in a long time. That afternoon, they arrived back at Stillwater with some hoppers Allison brought from the quarry. "I have to go take a passenger train," she explained, "so Julie will take you the rest of the way." Allison and her crew saw that Julie was already in the yard, so they decided not to waste time setting handbrakes on all the freight cars, which is something they shouldn't have done. All unattended cars on railroads should always have handbrakes tied on. Allison blew a friendly whistle to Julie as she left the yard. Julie's driver told the brakeman to start releasing the air brakes on the hoppers. Julie then came over a few moments later to couple on, but she wasn't paying attention and moving way too fast. She gave the freight cars a hard bump. That was enough to get them moving out of the yard. "Oh no, I'm so sorry," cried Julie. The brakeman tried to run after them, but it was no use. The runaway cars picked up speed. "Help! Help! Help!" cried Evan. He had never been this fast before. The hopper cars were enjoying themselves. "Faster! Faster!" they shouted. Evan shut his eyes, preparing for the worst. Because his eyes were closed, he didn't realize he was passing right through Highbridge Station toward the big bridge. Soon they began to slow and rolled to a stop right on the bridge. After he felt himself come to a complete stop, Evan opened his eyes. He then realized where he was and shuddered. "Oh!" he cried. But then he took a few deep breaths and looked around. "Wow," he said quietly. "This view is amazing. I think I can see the yard from here." Larry was pulling his afternoon train towards the main line. He was shocked to see Evan and a couple of hoppers just standing on the bridge. "Evan's on the bridge," Larry said to Penny and Kennedy. "Oh no," said Penny. "The poor thing must be terrified." Larry carefully came to a stop in front of Evan. He was surprised to see the caboose was smiling. "Evan, are you all right?" "I'm more than all right. I'm fantastic," cried Evan. "I'm enjoying this beautiful view." "How did you get here?" Larry asked. "It doesn't matter," said Evan happily. "I'm just glad not to be afraid of this bridge anymore." Larry was still puzzled on what transpired, but he couldn't help but smile because his new friend conquered his phobia.